Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, Habibis, and welcome to another HPH special. Since Siraj is out, still on his assignment, looking for his straightness. He's over at over at FurryCon 2024. This picture was taken by one of our special guests, Bart Libby, who's joining us again from the other night, and our legal expert Habibi Jarvis. Welcome, Habibis.
Como arigato to you. I don't know. I just hear you talk in that funny accent and that jibber jabber language, and I'm trying to follow along. Como arigato.
Honestly, you know what you need to be doing is a documentary on the Ottoman Empire.
It's awfully gay.
Well, yeah, it awfully is. You should honestly do one about them.
We already did the French. We already covered the case.
Welcome, Jarvis, to your first HPH. How you doing, sir?
Thank you very much. I'm thrilled to be here. And Bartleby keeps DMing me. He says, you got to watch, because we made these 4-hour history documentaries. You haven't retweeted them or commented on them. And I said, yeah, on account of the fact that I have a life to lead.
To be fair to Bart, they're actually really fun to watch. And I mean, it'll take you like 2 to 3 days to finish one of them, but honestly, they're really worth it.
I'm a grower, not a shower.
It's an hour for every inch.
So what are we doing tonight?
What are the Habibis drinking? What are you drinking anything tonight, Bartleby or Jarvis? I see that you have something.
All right, so I got my Hamilton watch here. I got some Four Roses bourbon. So we're all set.
Yeah, I got my Seiko. I actually got a Grand Kayak or Grand Khaki Hamilton watch too.
It's one of the first ones. This is very similar, yeah.
No, it's really good. And you, Bartleby, are you drinking anything?
Actually, I'm not. I told you, I'm not a big drinker. I am probably the only, actual devout Muslim on this stream tonight. I'm not drinking from the devil's cup, and yeah, no, it all tastes like piss to me. So. Yeah, his head is fake taken. Yeah, that's funny, Spencer. Right? You're a riot, Spencer.
I mean, speaking of the devil, or at least to the media, Donald Trump's mugshot has finally come out. Have you guys seen it yet? And his first tweet in 2021, right? 2021 was the last time he tweeted?
No, it was, yeah, it suspended, I think, the day after January 6th, on January 7th, 2021.
He was banned. Back. Look at that. Honestly, I would say that he could have done better. I mean, me and Bartleby were talking about this before the stream came on, that there could have been a little bit more, merch friendly taken approach to it. But I think a lot of the classics are there. The stare, the eyebrows, the hair, the sad lips. It's not too bad. I think this will work on a shirt. Honestly, I think he's going to do such a great job on the shirt that he's just going to take this picture exactly as it is, saying election interference, never surrender, DonaldJTrump.com, and just slap that on a shirt. Like, this is what's going to be on the shirt.
So what I love about what we're seeing here, right? This is like the most boomer meme ever, right? It's like he made it in Microsoft Word. Someone cut and pasted in Microsoft Word, and he just wrote text on it. And I mean, the picture itself is, I would say, like a C, right? I was expecting a big shit-eating Trump smile, and that to be the kind of act of defiance. But we didn't get that. But what we did get was like, you know, Photoshop is my passion level meme. Just type in like looks like Times New Roman. Didn't even change the font. Just all caps. Put it in Microsoft Word. Take a screenshot. Like he might have actually just like printed it out and like just scanned it in.
Right.
It's he's gonna make a lot of money off of it.
Yeah, he is. I honestly think that there's going to be on the shirt alone, it's going to be like $25 million he's going to make off of this merch. It's going to be absolutely fucking nuts. Not to mention the mugs that this is going to go on too.
I think everyone's life goal should be to get so famous that you can make $25 million off of getting arrested and selling your mugshot.
Right.
Like that's another level of like famous and successful that, I mean, name like another person in the world that can make that much money off a mugshot.
Oh fuck! You wouldn't.
Taylor Swift, maybe? I don't know.
Maybe, yeah. No, Taylor Swift is one of them. I mean, fuck. Taylor Swift had like 20,000 people outside a wedding that she was invited to. Like it wasn't even her wedding. She was invited to this wedding, and people got word of it. Swifties got a word of it, and they mobbed the wedding. There was like 20,000 people outside of it.
I think Taylor Swift can make $25 million off a bowel movement. So,
well, there was a thing just a little while ago, last week, where a Taylor Swift lookalike set off a riot at the restaurant somewhere. People were thought it was her, and crowded the restaurant.
And it was just a lookalike, and which is so weird because she's a typical white lady. She looks like a typical white woman. Like it's going to be very, very hard not to see like 5 of them in like Beverly Hills or some fucking place.
So we're doing the Taylor Swift is mid discourse now.
Yeah, she's fucking mid. She is very mid. Have you seen? There is no ass there whatsoever. I mean, she is kind of working it, I think, trying to build it, but no, she's mid. You can't say she isn't.
If you want to go viral, you should tweet that out right now. Go tweet it out right now. Taylor Swift is mid, and just see how many fucking like very lonely 25 to 30-year-old white women will just drag you in the replies.
Well, I got in trouble for this just the other day because when that Oliver Anthony other song dropped, and like it sounded the exact same as his first song. It even had a lot of the same words, just in a different order. And so I tweeted out and limited replies that that he was kind of like the Taco Bell, right? Like the lyrics are like the 3 ingredients they have at Taco Bell, and then so he would just put the same words in different order. And then I tweeted out saying, a lot of famous singers have that problem where all their songs sound the same. Just look at Taylor Swift, and they were not happy with me.
Well, I mean, it's a cycle she goes through as well. It's a typical thing of she's not like some 18-year-old anymore that goes through this magical thing of being in love and breakups and love and breakups. It's like she's gonna be doing that when she's like 62 years old, and it's still gonna be the same shit over and over again. But the Washington Post just came out with this fucking banger of a headline right now on their national security page. The Trump cases. What we learned about Trump's height and weight in the Georgia booking. The president's height was listed at 6'3" and his weight at 215. But based on some of his co-defendants, the numbers may not be accurate. Like the fucking pettiness of the media, even though the guy just got booked and gone through and like is going to be in he's going to be in jail for the night or some shit, right? Or did he post bail?
No, he
posted bail, right? He went to my backyard bail bonds and he found somebody to do it.
Seriously, though, Trump's not 250 pounds, right? He's got to be like,
he's got to be more than that.
He's got to be pushing 3 bills. Maybe not 3 bills, like 275, maybe 260.
Maybe like he's got to be close, especially if he is 6'3", but I don't think he even is 6'3". I don't think he's 6'3". Look, I'm a proud 5'4".
You size
And I
men
don't
up
hide
better than
that.
I do, so you would know
I don't
better.
hide that. Well, his son towers over him,
Well,
Byron.
Baron
but-
is 8 foot tall, so
But that,
Oh,
yeah,
did I call him Byron? I am so bad with
you
names.
call me
It is.
Bartleby, which is not my name. So names are
I
they
did
escape me sometimes.
Jarvis. I did Jarvis justice. So there's some hope for
so what
me.
the shocking thing about the Barron thing though was like when he entered the White House, on the inauguration, right? No one saw him for like 2 years, and so like he enters the White House, he's like a little kid, right? Comes up to your waist, and then he shows up like 3 years in, and he's like 17 feet tall. He's taller than I mean he's a head and shoulders above everyone else, and it was
Right.
just shocking to see that amount of growth. I don't know what he's at now. I mean, he's got to be 6'5", 6'6" minimum.
Oh no, he has to be at least one of the towers, at least that high.
There's
look at
there's
Yes.
a picture.
Ramson
we're
reports.
doing full. You know who else was arrested?
Right? Who else was arrested? Was a political prisoner? I'm surprised they didn't go with the guy from South Africa. What's his name?
Mandela.
Thank you, Nelson. And they even call it the Mandela effect. None the wiser on Rumble. Jay is small in every sense of the word. Look, the thing about Carl from Ohio is that he is still very bitter that I am undefeated against him in the Habibi Fantasy League. Like undefeated. It has been amazing. You should see the stream of when we were first doing the draft. I had no idea how to even get into the draft. Like that was how bad it was, and I still beat him 4 times in a row. So you can tell that Carl from Ohio is very, very bitter over this. So who was your favorite mugshot of Team Trump?
Well, the only one that follows me is Jenna Ellis, so it's got to be her.
Right, Jenna Ellis. Jenna Ellis was the one of Trump's lawyers, wasn't she? Was
yes,
she
one of the lawyers? Yeah.
Was she considered part of that famous Kraken meeting?
I don't think so. That was more of a Sidney Powell, kind of
Sidney
thing.
Powell thing. Yeah.
I don't know to the extent that she was involved in that. But the mugshot was great. So first of all, she looked fantastic, right? She's good looking, and she went with.
we got an Ellis sip in the house.
Oh, absolutely, we do. Yes, me and Jenna. I mean, she's followed me for about 2 days now, so we're tight, right? But look at this. Okay, she looks great, and she went with the Tom DeLay approach. You guys remember the Tom DeLay mugshot back in 2005? Any
Big
history buffs on the stream, right? So Tom DeLay gets arrested for money laundering. He gets convicted at trial. They overturn it on appeal on the grounds that what he did wasn't illegal at all. But the mugshot, I mean, he was the majority leader, right? So it was a big deal. And in the mugshot, everyone's thinking he's going to look all, down and depressed and everything. And he's just beaming. He's wearing a big suit. He's got a big old smile on, right? Like, fuck you, right? I'm going to get through this. It's going to be great. And so Jenna Ellis goes with the Tom DeLay approach, and then which kind of puts Trump's, glowering Mr. Burns thing, in perspective. He's going for a slightly different vibe.
Right. Well, to be honest, like no dig on her, and I know you're you simp for Jenna, but she kind of looks like Danny DeVito as the Penguin.
I don't. That seems a little bit much, don't you think?
Well, hold on.
Jay,
Danny DeVito as the
middle.
Penguin.
I want you to understand. She's the one.
Are you talking about John Eastman? John Eastman looks like Danny DeVito as the Penguin. John Eastman looks like okay. No disrespect to Mr. Eastman here. I know you're going through a rough time, but Mr. Eastman looks like the mugshot of a guy who just got caught like at one of those like To Catch a Predator stings.
Right.
Like he was like the guy who was like thought he was talking to like a 10-year-old boy or girl. on the internet, and it turned out to be Chris Hansen, and he was like, take a seat. Why don't you take a seat? And he did not take a seat, and he did not want to eat the cookies, and he walked out and got arrested.
Oh man, Bill Burr had such a good skit when it came to Catch a Predator, and he was like, couldn't they do it like one time who wasn't a white guy during To Catch a Predator? Like, what a way to represent white people with that show. I am so glad that show was off, because now I go around talking about how I don't mind spending time with kids, but I just mean like I enjoy kids, like, but not like that. And I can't even speak like that anymore because of that fucking show. He's like, couldn't they go like into the inner cities of Baltimore or something, just so they could diversify the show a little bit? It was
the line from that bit that killed me was, he said, terrible PR for white people.
Oh man, absolutely. But honestly, this has to probably be one of the best comeback tweets of all time. It's doing some fucking numbers right now too. It's almost at 100,000 reposts and 305,000 likes. Man, the guy really knows how to play the game, to be honest, though. Like the way he waited. Do you think he waited on purpose to tweet again until this happened, or was it just in like his deal with Truth? What's it called? Expired just at the right time.
So I think his deal with Truth expired a couple months ago. So I bet he was waiting for a good time to do it. I mean, this one's obviously a good one for fundraising purposes. Like, he's tweets out the photo, the link to his website, and I'm sure he's gonna make some millions of dollars from it. But it feels like he could have maybe had, like, if he wins the nomination, I would have done it then. Like, I would have done it like, hey,
oh, like the day he won the
I'm back,
nomination, and then
tweeted.
like,
yeah. But
well,
I get it. I mean, you have to
his,
pick a day, right? You have to pick a day to come back, and this is as good as any. And the whole, if there's an upside to it, he's going to make a shitload of money off of it. So may as well.
Well,
right.
The question that we have is, is this Trump's return to Twitter?
I think it might be, but we'll see.
Maybe I bet no.
Oh, you think this is going to be his only tweet?
I think he'll do it occasionally, for effect, like this. But I don't think he'll do it. I mean,
or as often as he used to tweet.
I don't think he's going to become Trump tweeter 2020 era Trump tweets. I think
it got him in the White House in 2016, but I guess
that's what I was going to say. Like, it was,
my understanding was he was, he'll post, 20, 30, 40 times a day on Truth Social. I mean, he's still active on social media. So I just wonder if, campaign's heating up, he wants to come back to Twitter.
No, it honestly might be, because it does keep him like, fuck, there were even chyrons on news organizations every time he fucking tweeted, or they would do like a whole breaking news thing. Trump tweeted blah blah blah, and that would be like absolute free publicity for him. Like, it kept him in the eyeballs of every different American, because it would go on MSNBC, it would go on Fox, it would go on CNN. People with podcasts would talk about it. Like, I think that he will try to ride that type of momentum again and push tweets more often, because there's nothing he has to answer for. It's not like an interview. It's not like he has to sit down and talk to anybody or be around people, because I mean, I don't know if you guys watched the Trump interview. I watched maybe like 2 minutes of it. He seemed so tired.
Right. I didn't watch the full interview yet, but I watched the trailer. Tucker had that trailer, and it was just like, some of the questions, it was like some of the most deranged shit I've ever heard in my entire life, right? Because the guy's running for president, so I thought, you have president questions like, what do you think about the marginal tax rate on dividends or something like that? And instead it was like, did Epstein kill himself?
No, the boys,
UFOs, and then he says, do you think like the system, like the man, you think like they're gonna come and kill you? right?
And then
like what
the
I would
best
have
is the
liked
follow-up
to,
is like, he's like, well, why wouldn't they?
yeah.
I
Just like,
guess,
yeah,
I don't know.
yeah. If
I
I
wasn't
was
thinking about
them,
it
I
before.
would.
I mean, so
Shit.
the
I would
Tucker
have
interview
loved
I
him
watched,
to because of you know how Tucker was like really hard on sending aid to Ukraine, and Trump's response to that when we had an interview before then was talking about how he would send more aid to Ukraine. If Putin doesn't talk to me, then I'm going to send more aid to the Ukraine. So it's like basically what's happening now that Tucker was so passionate, and so passionately against that he doesn't want to ask him that very specific question that he was so passionate about is weird that he didn't do that. So a personal note from President Donald J. Trump. Today at the notoriously violent jail in Fulton County, Georgia, I was arrested despite having committed no crime. The American people know what's going on. What is taking place is a travesty of justice and election interference. The left wants to intimidate you out of voting for a political outsider who puts the American people first. But today I walked into the lion's den with one simple message on behalf of our entire movement. I will never surrender to our mission to save America. If you're doing poorly due to the sinister people in control of our country right now, don't even think about donating. But if you can, please make a contribution to evict crooked Joe Biden from the White House and save America during this dark chapter in our nation's history. Thank you and God bless you. Scribble. And then these are the donation. I would like to cover the proceeding fee, so 100% of my donations goes to. Oh shit! How much is the proceeding fee? The processing fee? What is it? 3%? Should be like 3%. Hardworking patriots like you are the backbone of our campaign to save America. Your sustained support ensures that we can compete with the Soros money machine and remain on budget all the way up to election. There's no line the radical left will not cross. Why are these clickable things?
There's a lot of boxes to check here.
This is like to make this a monthly reoccurring donation. You click on hardworking patriots, like you click on the message. There is no line the radical left. Donate an additional $0 automatically on 8/31. Why? Oh, wait. This is like if I clicked on 47. There you go. Okay, so they're not that incompetent. Got it. Donate with or continue. $47 now. What's the minimum I can donate? $24. You guys want to see my credit card information? No, I'm playing. I'm not going to do that. So for his ratings and for do you think everybody else should just drop out? Do you think there's even and I'm just talking about the Republican nomination. Do you think there's even a point for anybody else to stay in the race?
Yeah, it's hard to say. I'm not personally into the whole voting thing, but for people who are, I mean, a lot can happen between now and then. But I mean, his lead in the polls is just kind of insane. So, hard to. The only thing I could think is, some sort of. I mean, he's getting up there, medical issue, takes him out, something like that. But
Because of his age,
right? I mean, what we saw. So, I mean, 2016, right? Trump is the most popular in the Republican primary, but he's also the least popular, right? He's the most hated. And there's all of this anti-Trump sentiment, but they can't coalesce around an alternative. And so he wins these majorities because the anti-Trump vote is divided.
Plurality.
2020, you saw this thing happen with Bernie Sanders and the Democrats, right? He's leading in the polls and he's got a lot of support, but the anti-Bernie movement is like, okay, what are we going to do? And so you have a ton of people drop out and support Joe Biden all at the same time. And so the anti-Bernie movement was able to coalesce around Biden early enough within the primary to get their guy in. Now you look at this current crop. I mean, who is it? DeSantis? Is it, you know? I mean, I have no idea, right? and will their egos let them, you know, do what the Democrats did in 2020 to coalesce around Biden, or is it going to be Republican 2016 all over again? My guess is the latter, but we'll see.
Right. I mean, did you guys watch the debates last night at all? Any of them?
I did not.
I did.
No. Oh, you did?
Yeah, I watched it.
I
don't
didn't.
think you know, it's funny. Like I think you just have to just
The fall of our nation is hilarious.
you just need to accept it. Like I'm at the point where I've reached acceptance. Like I went through the grieving, like, oh fuck, we're really gonna run we're gonna run it back like 2020. We're gonna have like another, like, you know, basically two 80-year-old dudes running against each other. And I just came to accept that you know, Jarvis mentioned a health issue. I feel like if there was a health issue, it would make things 10 times worse, because everyone would assume it would be like the deep state, like poisoning him, or giving like hitting him with like a dart or something that, like, caused him to have a heart attack. And they would probably still
poisoning his
nominate
KFC.
I hope none of this happens, just so we're clear, for the feds
Right.
watching, even though you're
of course
deep state and you hate Donald Trump. But yeah, I don't want that to happen. But I think they would nominate his like comatose corpse, because we're not at a place where people are ready to move on from Trump. At least not enough of them. And I accept that. For a lot of people, he is their middle finger to, like, basically the world,
the establishment,
and just like everybody, everything, not just the establishment, everything. Like, and people identify with him. Like, they identify with him in a way that, like, fuck, I've never seen before. He's in many ways, like a religious figure to some, and we're not ready to move past that. Like, I might be, but not everyone else is. So just sit back and just let that train come down the track and kill us all. And do it with a smile on your face.
Just watch it. Yes.
Trump is gonna die someday, and the conspiracy theories, whenever that happens, are just I'm already excited. Right.
Trump didn't clog his own arteries. That'll be the
right.
Well, and I wonder if that's why you see figures like Carrie Lake, right, kind of like, positioning themselves to pick up that mantle, because Trump, I mean, he's not, it'd be what, this election cycle, next one, I mean, he's going to be running when he's 90, I don't know. So you see the different, kind of jockeying for, who's going to try to, inherit the MAGA market share when the time comes.
Right. I mean, it's going to be hard. And the thing is, it's not a insignificant voting percentage. And that is a problem with the GOP, is that the MAGA, the voting percentage isn't insignificant. And if like a significant amount of those people decide not to vote at all, if Trump is not the nomination, then they're in big trouble. But man, is Trump hated? Like, fuck, it's insane. Like, for every 5 like diehard mega people that are there that love Trump, there's like 150 people who hate him, and that is a problem we're gonna see in the general. But there's one point in the debates where Vivek and Kamala Harris were fighting, and it was like a Hindu versus Christian Indian battle, which was actually pretty good. And I think Spencer
Nikki Haley, Kamala Harris.
Nikki Haley. Did I really call her Kamala Harris? Damn. God damn, that is amazing, isn't it? Well, I mean, they're all women, so who cares?
That all women look alike?
Yes, they honestly do. I mean, they nag the same. Go ahead, please.
Why you got fried, man? Are you crazy? You're fucking. You are fucking. You bloody bastard, bitch. Fuck you. Fuck you, bloody. Fucking mother, bloody fuck, bitch. Bitch, you. Bloody fuck you. Why you?
Things got out of hand. Things got
It's a perfect takedown of Vivek from Nikki Haley. It was absolutely hilarious.
It's
It
weird
worked out.
how they sound just like the people at my local 7-Eleven. It's just,
Oh man, that's it. That's exactly what they sound like, because that's who they are. When you go to your local 7-Eleven, I think, and it would be great if 7-Eleven really went into that, and the commercials that they post, that they do for franchising, is all in Hindu, because the only people who franchise those fucking places are Indian.
Well, my debut column on Flapper was what we called Donda the Ass Beater, right? Which was the 7-Eleven out in California, where this guy is just robbing it openly. Here we got the Trump indictment. This was the first one. Was Donda the Ass Beater, and it was this video that we had tweeted into the ground over the course of a few weeks.
every other tweet that you tweet is that. I mean, I'll go to your I'm gonna go to your Twitter right now and just go to the media, and we'll probably find it real nice and quick. Yeah, here it is. It's right there.
It's been a bit, I think, but okay. Now I did tweet it yesterday in response to your tweet about an Indian on Indian beatdown.
Right.
So anyway, so if you're seeing this is Donda the Ass Beater, and I was just, because we see all of these videos coming out of California of shoplifters just walking in, no mask, not trying to hide anything, and they're like taking this shit, taking that shit.
Yes.
What are you gonna do? Right? And sometimes there's a security guard just standing there like, yeah, right. And like here, it's like, all right, this guy is not going to take it anymore. So he gets a fucking stick and just starts wailing on this guy. And then he has an assistant Donda the Ass Beater, or an assistant to the Donda the Ass Beater, hold the guy down while he beats his legs like Dave Chappelle.
I think it's important to note that what preceded that clip is this dude walked in with a garbage can on wheels.
Yeah,
that's and would literally just fucking his plan was to walk in and literally just fill a garbage can, like a giant 30, 40, 50 gallon drum garbage can with merchandise and walk out with it.
It was he went in and just started taking all, and it's so insane how they do it nonchalantly. And the guy filming it was like, "Oh, hey, pass me," instead of telling him, "Hey, stop, what the fuck are you doing?" He's like, "Hey, pass me a Swisher." And it's come on, can you be any more stereotypical of the whole fucking situation that's happening right now? At least be the one guy that's gonna stand up to this shit, instead of just standing back and be like, "Oh yeah, yo, pass me a Swisher, please." As he's
when I was a boy, you would shoplift, but you were embarrassed by it, right? You tried to hide it. Right. The whole point was to not get caught. So you got caught, you get in trouble. But then if you legalize crime, then it's just all right, well, let's go in and help yourself. And it was great. But the outrage, so first of all, the clip was great. But then the problem was the media says, and we talked with the government, and they're investigating this guy for assault, right? And that was really, and so that was the topic of the debut column with Flapper. Was just this guy needs to be getting a parade in his honor, not an investigation. And I'd like to think that the backlash was so severe that the DA had to make this do this release. No, we're not investigating them. We were never investigating them, which is completely contradicts what the police said. So they're probably just covering their ass. But they ultimately made the right decision. Anyway, the point is, we're talking about 7-Eleven. The point is, we need Donda the Ass Beater to be the new face of 7-Eleven. I want him on TV more than the fucking Geico people, right? I want him with the stick in hand, with some blood splattered on the stick and stuff like that on the top. And it'd be come to 7-Eleven.
If they had
pay for the shit before you leave.
If 7-Eleven had an innovative marketing team, they could use this for publicity and be like, yeah, like this is like a special edition Donda taquito. Like it's like a steak shaped like a stick, and like if you can use it to hit
get
your
the
friends on
Dondo
the
hot
head.
dog.
But we just lack creativity in the world these days.
We
No
do.
one-
So
They should absolutely make a curry flavored icy in his honor. That's what should happen.
Well, what I did was, during this whole, I was obsessed with this story, so I'm constantly tweeting out videos of this guy getting his ass beat, and changed my profile picture to a freeze frame from the video of Don to the Ass Beater, and changed my name to Don to the Ass Beater, and I picked up like a ton of followers who were like congratulating me on doing this. Right. Be like, no.
That
Jarvis
wasn't you, but
a historically Hindu name, so you could see how they might make a mistake.
yes. Didn't do nothing. Officer over on Rumble commented Vivek Ronswan R did 7-Eleven. It's too good.
Well, hey, we've heard from an old guest on the Habibi Bros, Red Steez. A little shout out to him, Stephen Miller, and he DMs says, 4 Roses is diaper taint. What the fuck are you doing?
Oh,
so Stephen Miller. No, I disagree. Look, that is delicious. That's delicious.
No, it is.
It's affordable. Okay, I'm cheap. Like Miller, I got 5 kids. All right, I'm not spending money on the nice, Stranahan's, Happy Van Winkle. Right, I'm drinking the cheap shit.
Well, you know what else is really good? Buffalo Trace is a really good one as well. That's in a budget friendly price range. That's one that I would always get. I just finished the bottle yesterday, so I'm finishing now drinking gin straight. So that's the next one I'm finishing. The reason why I like gin more than like tequila or vodka is probably the way it's distilled. Like it's the only clear one that I can actually drink straight that isn't arak, which is Lebanese. Or you know what? If, for the Israelis that are watching, they're probably going to claim that arak was made in Israel first. But it's a Lebanese alcohol that tastes like licorice. But usually on these, I'm drinking bourbon. So if you're looking for a budget-friendly one, it would be Buffalo Trace. It's like $25 a bottle.
Yeah.
Very, very clean. And then my favorite one is Angel's Envy, which is about $45. I actually got my very first tattoo was their logo tattooed on my back. One, because it's like the logo is angel wings. So like, what is the sluttiest typical tattoo you can get on your back? And that is angel wings, of course. So I definitely went for that as my very first tattoo, which was a lot of fun. It was like on the Friday the 13th. They usually have deals on that. I had no idea that was happening. And I got really fucking drunk and we went and got it. What is he bringing up? Chris Lasivic tweeted out, if you're a campaign pack scammer and you are trying to raise money off of the mugshot of @real Donald Trump and you have not received prior permission, we are coming after you. You will not scam donors. Oh shit! Of course, people are already going to be scamming them.
It's a public photo.
Right, so
I'm not sure.
Gay Patriot and one of our other followers.
So the point is, only Trump can raise money off the Trump mugshot. Nobody else should be able to do that.
Right. Even though it is like Bartleby was stating, it is a official public picture that was tweeted out. So like if somebody else wanted to use it, like for example, like let's say if DeSantis' campaign wanted to use it and stating like, do you want this in the office again, and showed his mugshot, could they go after him for that kind of stuff? Jarvis?
Yeah. I mean, that's a good question. Because there's the whole fair use thing, but monetizing something like selling an image is sort of a different thing. Like, so for example, the famous Obama portrait during the campaign that was kind of like multicolored and it would say hope. That
Right.
was based off a photograph. And so this artist takes a photograph of Obama and then he kind of puts different colors on it, but he derives it from the photograph. And so whoever took the photograph then went and sued the artist for appropriating his work. And that went. I can't remember the outcome of that case, but I know it was big litigation.
Well, honestly, you probably have come up with the perfect, the perfect way to use the mugshot pick is actually to do the same thing, is to do it in this way, but with his mugshot, and use that on mugs and on shirts. But what do you think his phrase would be outside of hope?
What for Trump?
Yeah, if he did this, what would his
Revenge.
phrase be right here?
Probably.
I was going to say revenge.
Yeah.
Revenge.
Revenge.
I love it.
That would be great. Honestly, I think that would work really well if he did revenge. But there were some other snippets from the campaign, but it's really crazy because I did want to talk about the campaign, but Trump is really such a draw on almost every conversation that it's very, very easy to just get straight into it. Why are you showing us this,
So
Spencer?
I told Spencer to pull up a can of Monster Energy White because
Yes.
you guys were talking about what you were drinking tonight, but he did that like a good 3 minutes too late. But yeah, I'm drinking Monster Energy White. It's a great full body 2023 vintage. It's got a crisp bite, but yeah. So the joke is a little bit stale now, Spencer.
Yeah,
but
well,
thank you.
I mean, it wouldn't. It would have to be because our famous and great producers, Ben and Spencer. Honestly, we were joking about this the other time, Jarvis. Is that when Siraj and I were looking for a good producer, we went to www.jewproducers.com and went to the budget section, and this is all that they had that would go into our budget. And seeing that we were Arab, they sent us the worst of the worst because they wanted to make sure we were going to fail. And they did a pretty good job.
Refurbished. You got the refurbished.
We got the refurbs.
Slightly used, but some signs of wear.
Oh, perfect. Oh, that was good.
Right,
you guys saw something like walk through here, but that was just Fuzzy's mom. She just got out of the shower. But man, so in honor of Siraj not being here, I was actually going to go ahead and do a Cockhold Simulator round 2. I mean, it's really crazy. What I was talking about before was we wanted to hit a couple of clips here and there on the debate, but Trump is such a draw on everyone's attention that he honestly really should start tweeting more. If I was his campaign and wanting to keep this momentum going, I think they could really capture it. And it is only solely on if he has the same wit as he did in 2016 and throughout his presidency, and what he's going to tweet.
I'd honestly say the opposite. I think like the best strategy Trump could have done over the past 2 years or whatever we're at now was let people miss him. Live with Joe Biden, suffer under his policies, and then kind of look back fondly upon the Trump economy and everything prior to 2020, and forget about some of like the brash kind of, tweet storms, and just kind of like occasionally pop up, occasionally do his little like, funny truths or whatever they call them, and let like distance make the heart grow fonder. I think like the best thing Trump could do is let like Joe Biden flail, because
Mhm.
anytime he tweets, anytime he talks, like he knows that whatever's going on in the world, like Joe Biden could literally like, diarrhea on the floor. But if Donald Trump tweets, I think the election was rigged, they're not going to cover the diarrhea Biden. They're going to just go and just spend an entire segment, an entire show on, Trump spreading election lies, or refusing to admit blah 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 blah.
Right. I think yeah, he could easily shoot himself in the foot with that. I think you're right,
I
because
mean,
I
at
think
this
that's
point,
what turned off a lot of people
at
was
this
with
point, like it's
that.
all like baked in the cake, so maybe it doesn't matter anymore, and just like keeping himself like front of center is the best thing to do. But there's certainly like a part of everyone that looks back and goes, yeah, well, he's fucking crazy, but at least like the country was in a better place.
Right.
But it's just hard to do that when like you go, oh yeah, no, he's talking about like, he's calling Ron DeSantis gay, or whatever other thing.
Or people on his
saying.
team are questioning
Yeah, he's saying
Casey's
Kayleigh
cancer and
McEnanee's
shit. Like,
milquetoast.
yeah,
Yeah. I mean,
that's
it's all like, part of the, you buy the ticket, you take the ride. But yeah,
but to be
sometimes I
honest,
think he could do himself a favor by just shutting the fuck up. But
no, he could. There's a lot of times where he could, but like where you're talking about people missing him. I mean, there's a whole community here in California, Lebanese community, that fucking miss him, and not just like Lebanese, Muslims too, because of what's happening in schools, what's happening in their bank accounts, with taxes, with how gas is right now. Like I just filled my tank, and I just drive in typical, Arab stereotypical fashion, a Mercedes, just a C-class Mercedes, 15, 50 gallons. That's it. And I paid $112 to fill it up today.
Jeez.
It's fucking nuts. And especially after I went to Florida and was visiting Florida. And in Florida, it's like $2.80 something cents a gallon. Over here, it's $6 now. Just about. It's like $5.89.
That's crazy.
Do you have one of those seat covers that's just like the beads, like those wooden beads? Like, I mean, it's kind of stereotypical, but like the taxi cab drivers have in their cars, like.
Oh, like those. It's prayer beads. You're talking about like
No, Spencer, find seat cover beads, but don't look up anal beads, okay?
Yeah, if I searched it, that was probably like the first search that's gonna come up if I did that.
If you just type in beads, it's gonna like you're gonna have all purple links, and it's just gonna be like anal beads, anal beads, anal beads, and like best anal beads for There you go. There,
Oh, that's beautiful.
No, I do not have this. Honestly, though, I should have put like a cover over my leather seats and stuff, of course. But for when I take Fuzzy's mom out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you don't have a seat cover. Your seats are just covered in cum. That's the
Yeah, exactly. That's what it is. Squirt and cum. But no, I do not have any of those type of beads. I don't have any prayer beads in it or anything. I try to keep it nice and clean, no clutter in it and stuff like that. I don't see a point into it, especially because I already drive a Mercedes. Why do I need to cover it with anything?
Spoken like a man without children.
Exactly. None. And I don't think I would have any. I mean, can you imagine a world with little J's running around? Little ass-lickins? Ass-lickin' Junior would be absolutely fucking nuts. Honestly, I would probably call him ass-licking too. Like, that's probably what would happen.
Liberace's mom used to ask all the time, when are you going to settle down, find a nice woman? And, she just never happened for her. So.
Well, I posted this the other day, right? So I got 5 kids. And so 2 weekends ago, the youngest kid.
Are you Mormon?
No.
No, I'm just messing.
It was I'm not. It was a cheap hobby that got out of hand. And but it turned not cheap very quickly because the youngest, he just turned 4, and it was a Saturday, 2 Saturdays ago, and we're all relaxing around the house. I had a good time, and I hear some splashing of water. I think, okay, the kid's playing in the sink in the kitchen or something like that. And so after 5 minutes, I'm like, I'm gonna go check on this. So I walk in the kitchen, and he has gone outside, gotten the garden hose, turned it on full blast, brought it into the kitchen. And now there's about 4 inches of water in my kitchen that is now pouring down through the hardwood, through the ceiling into the basement. And so
you got to make him pay for it.
Right. So this kid, about 300 gallons of water in my house. So it called the insurance company, get all this water cleaned up, sucked out. But he probably did about $25,000 worth of damage.
Well, that reminds me of this clip right here.
I thought you were going to say that reminds me of Fuzzy's mom.
300 gallons.
He fucking set you up perfectly for that, Jake.
He did. He really did. I mean, but this is a typical day with Fuzzy's mom right here. I mean, come on.
Right.
That is insane.
So this is like just come out. So I called up the insurance company, and I'm like, yeah, my baby took a garden hose inside. And the insurance, as I'm thinking, the insurance people have got to be like, used to dealing with difficult situations. So I'm expecting like empathy. Insurance lady starts laughing at me, right? And then she says, "Did you see this video of this dog that flooded this house?" I'm like, "No, I'm trying to clean up all this fucking
water." Your kid is as trained as this dog, basically. It's too good. My God, it's the craziness of this fucking world. Kids and dogs. I mean, that's what kids are basically until they're like, 6? Then you can really actually decide that they're not like pets. They're actually human beings. Oh, shit. He really did.
6
is this real?
Shirt. Here we go.
He really did it. He really did just copy and paste it.
Right? Is Trump selling these shirts?
It's only $47. I mean, that's a steal.
Oh my God. Wait a minute. No way.
Wonder how he arrived at the number 47. Oh, because he's going to be the 47th president. There you go.
Oh no, they're already on sale on Etsy. Of course, people are going to take that shit and start selling it, man. Especially because of the voter, the 90% of the voter base of Trump have already donated to some prince in Nigeria. So it's very easy to be able to get them to donate or pay for these type of things. Oh my God. What is this world we live in? It's fucking nuts now. It's absolutely insane. Can you imagine just 10 years ago saying that the president, the ex-president of the United States is campaigning on his mugshot?
I mean, he sold NFTs like 8 months ago. So, I mean, we're living in clown world, and you just have to, accept it. That's just, I mean, they were literally NFTs of him as like a superhero. So I don't blame him for doing whatever it is he's doing here, because it's making the best out of a unfortunately particularly shitty situation for all of us, really.
So right. Can I wrap things up a little bit, drop some legal knowledge on you, because this is important. Because Jay, you were talking about, you've got tattoos, and we're online here. So there was a case recently that's on appeal right now, but tattoo infringement. You ever heard of that?
No.
Yeah, no one's ever heard of it. All right. So Randy Orton, okay, the wrestler, right? So he's, like a lot of wrestlers, Randy Orton, covered head to toe in tattoos. And he gets this tattoo done on his arm, along with a ton of others. And then he goes and lives his life. He's doing wrestling, he's doing all this stuff. And the WWE folks that come out with a video game, right? And the video game shows all the wrestlers. You can play as the wrestlers, right? And the tattoo artist sues the video game people, saying, you have taken my art and you have made money off of it by putting it on a video game. It is the most batshit insane legal theory I had ever heard. It goes to trial. The tattoo artist wins. Artist wins. So now we have this new precedent that's never happened in the U.S. before, where if a tattoo artist gives you a tattoo, and then you go. Now Randy Orton doesn't care. Randy Orton's like, hey, I get paid for being on this video game. That's great. But now you could owe residuals to your tattoo artist, even though you never signed up for anything like that.
Wow. But you said it's on appeal now. So in 2022, that's when he won the case.
Right.
So and now it's an appeal. Because
so it goes to a jury in late 2022. It's on appeal right now. And she didn't win that much. So it's not, they don't even care about the money. She won like $3,000, right? Because Randy Orton's cut of this whole video game franchise, it's gonna be very small. And the tattoo, like no one's buying the game because Randy Orton has a tattoo that you can barely see on the thing. So the jury only gave her like $3,000, but they're appealing it anyway, just because they don't want, what down the line, what like LeBron James tattoo artist or some other like insanely famous person gets featured in any media at all. And then as a result, you would have to figure out what percentage of, this money would have to go to a tattoo artist.
Oh man, but that's dumb, because the thing is, I mean, I think it's a dumb legal theory, because Randy Orton already paid that artist for that art on his skin, and then you're paying, and then Randy Orton,
and you own it,
paid.
right? Randy Orton. So it's like,
exactly.
I bought this tattoo. Like, it's not your tattoo anymore. I can do what I want with it.
Exactly. He didn't sign. He didn't. There's no waiver to sign or anything like that, because it doesn't make any sense. But now, if this thing holds up, you're gonna want to tell your tattoo artist to sign away whatever it is that they tattoo on you as shifting ownership, right? Because if that's the case, let's say the appeal doesn't hold and she still wins. If I go get a tattoo, unless I have the tattoo artist sign a legal document saying that the ownership of this tattoo moves from them to me after I pay them for the tattoo, I could get sued for showing my tattoo on screen or something like that, right?
Exactly right. That's exactly right. So I think appellate courts are typically a little bit more thoughtful than trial courts. Trial courts are managing thousands of cases at a time. They just want to clear their docket. So trial court allowed this theory to go forward, which was a mistake. So I think the appellate court is going to reverse and just say, look, no, you can't get even the $3,000 because you get nothing because of exactly the type of things you're talking about, right? You never negotiated any sort of deal where you're entitled to residuals for any money deriving from the tattoo. So I think the appellate court will do the right thing. If they don't, I think it'd be a pretty easy thing to go to like just individual states and say, all right, pass a law saying if you buy a tattoo, you own it, right?
Yeah, exactly. So, that's what would have to be passed.
In lieu of that, what this comes down to is you'd have to have like tattoo shops come up with like probably hire lawyers to draft them like simple contracts for whatever this is, and at the end of the day, the only people who win are lawyers,
right?
Because it's just more money in legal fees and just red tape and just misery for everybody to solve an issue that no one ever thought was an issue before.
Oh shit, that's a good idea, Bartleby.
There you go. You have to. You should have. I'm like, what's it called? I want half your contingency for next time.
Well, when people like complain about, do you know how much of the Trump donations are going to legal fees? I'm like, yeah, It's awesome.
Well, it's,
Yeah.
It's a good
More legal
amount.
fees.
here's
That's
a
good.
here's
It's
a
a
good
good
example
amount.
of lawyer brain, right? So the entire reason how I got Jarvis to participate and start writing for the blog is I asked him to write like one paragraph, right? For the weekly Tits blog, tremendously intriguing topical subject. And I was like, hey, like the Hunter Biden indictment thing got thrown out, the plea deal got thrown out. That was actually the first thing you did for us, Jarvis. And I'm like, can you just write a paragraph and just so I could be like, ha ha ha, like you're a legal expert and I'm throwing it to you for opinion. And really I just like didn't want to write a paragraph. Like I just wanted to farm that out to someone. And I thought Jarvis would write, something funny and clever. Well, Jarvis being a lawyer and I don't know if he thought like he could charge me by the word. He comes back with like 6 paragraphs. And I'm sitting there going like, I can't put 6 paragraphs in this already like incredibly long, stupid blog. So I just gave him his own blog and we did all the artwork for it. But ever the lawyer, Jarvis came back with something more than I asked for and a bill by the word for, every single one of them.
What kind of law do you practice?
I do civil litigation, so suing people, being sued, stuff like that.
Have you ever what's like if you could talk about like what's the worst thing, because what one thing America is known for and is joked about and is basically a meme is that you can sue for practically anything, and we saw a great example with the tattoo being able to sue WWE for it, or the game developer. What's one of the funniest ones that came through your desk?
Oh, you can sue for anything. So I'll do a lot of like personal injury defense. So like the billboard guys, injured, slip and fall, or you hit by a truck or whatever, right? I'll defend against that. So my main job is to prevent big insurance companies from getting crushed under the heel of the common man.
Very nice. So you're
the lead
defending the
reference
little
correct.
guy, basically.
So, and people, well, how do you sleep at night? Well, I sleep extremely well, and I'll tell you why. Because if there's legit injuries, the insurance companies typically pay out pretty fast, right? So the ones that I get, the ones that fall on my desk are fraudulent, right? And so it's more often than not I get completely bullshit fraudulent cases on my desk. So, for example,
for example, Shaniqua stealing eyeliner and then slip and falling in a Walmart.
Exactly, right. So, first thing we do, right? Plaintiff files this big complaint saying I heard I got in a car accident, or I fell, or I did this or that, and my life is ruined. I can't walk. First thing we do is go to Facebook or Instagram, pull her up, right? And she's off in Disneyland, hiking around, having fun with her kids, right? Everything, I mean, it's just all the time, right? We know the fraud is there, right? And so one of the funniest ones I had was this guy said he got hurt in a car accident and he couldn't walk, and so I pulled his criminal file, and he had, with the leg that he said didn't work anymore, he had gotten in a fight with his girlfriend and he kicked the shit out of her car. He like destroyed her car in revenge, and it was on closed circuit TV. And so we get to put him on the stand, be like, oh, you can't use your leg? That leg, the leg you're using to kick the shit out of your girlfriend's vehicle. And by the way, we know that's you because you pled guilty to this crime.
Oh my God.
So, but I got to say, my favorite client ever. So this was a pro bono case. I don't normally do a lot of this stuff, but so he,
unless you're
really,
writing for Flapper.
Yeah. So this is a really nice guy. But he had, what he did was he killed a lady, and then, cause she was annoying him. And then what he did was he kind of chopped her up in little pieces, right? And put her in some suitcases and buried her. And so, but it was in self-defense.
What?
Okay. Yeah. No, it's true. So this is true. She attacked him, and in defense, he killed her and then chopped her up with a sword. And put her in and then buried her in this yard and then paved over it. And so we were trying to get this guy busted out of jail, and we succeeded. We got him out, so thank God he's free now, which is good. But it was a big fight because with the courts, because we kept saying, this guy didn't do anything wrong in self-defense, and the judges as on these appeals, they kept saying, yeah, but he still chopped up a lady, and we're like, but that's not a problem because she was already dead, right? So he didn't, right? So anyway, so we finally get him out, which was good, and he took off. So I do like to give back. I like to do pro bono cases, and to help
like trying to get somebody who chopped up some woman and buried the body out. Yeah, that's fantastic. Aren't there laws against like illegally disposing bodies and stuff?
Yeah,
does it depend on the state?
Yeah, he got convicted of tampering with evidence. Right. So on that part, we were kind of like, all right, you got us. Right.
Yeah.
He tampered with evidence.
Try it.
There's nothing I can do about that. So he had to do his time for tampering with evidence.
Oh my God, our legal system is amazing, isn't it?
It's fantastic. But again, pro bono, so very, very fulfilling. But we always say, right, the cover up is worse than the crime, right? And it's absolutely true. And so, like, all the different like Trump indictments, right? To circle back to that, a lot of that stuff doesn't bother me too much. Like, I don't think that he was committing crimes. But then you look at the classified documents case, right? And now he gets a subpoena saying, hey, give us all these classified documents. And now the evidence is indicating he's going and having, documents shredded and tapes deleted and stuff like that. I mean, that's the type of stuff that can really, really get you into trouble, because the jury can assume the worst as to what happened. Oh, you're destroying the evidence.
And
now, it's not a lady, which is good, but.
Right, or a whole body. That would be very, very intense. And it's kind of crazy because we have like evidence, and well, not evidence, but like I want to say testimonials and stuff on how Hillary was getting rid of evidence in terms of breaking destroying Blackberries and wiping servers and everything. Because just to circle back to what you were saying, there's somebody who flipped, I believe, on one of these indictments and it was one of the security guides in Mar-a-Lago, where he was saying he was never told not to erase video evidence, and now he's flipping and saying something different. I don't know if you saw that or heard about that, Jarvis.
I did see that, yeah, and with so Trump could very well be in huge trouble for that aspect of it. But the fact that Hillary was destroying evidence and they let her off the hook. I mean, even pre-Trump, right? I mean, this is way back in early 2016. I, as a lawyer, was just completely outraged as to what was happening with Hillary, because she was just destroying evidence. And the feds were like, yeah, all right, yeah, you want to wipe the server? That's fine. No big deal.
Right. And then we also had James Comey even, state that is what happened, but they don't recommend going after her. And then you have the same guy going up and saying that we should go after Trump and throw the book at him, while the same DOJ is being lenient against Hunter Biden.
So what Comey said was like, yeah, there would be a prosecutor willing to like actually bring charges on this. And that is complete bullshit, because these prosecutors...
I'll be right back. I got to go deal with the baby. 1 second.
These prosecutors will bring charges on anything that like they want to. If they want to, they'll bring charges. It's not like something where, this case is just so. Oh, Spencer's bringing up a video. I think this was Vivek versus Nikki, and I think you spelled her name wrong, Spencer, which is apropos for the stream. But
but it's fine. He's Jewish, so you can't call him a racist. Go ahead.
Actually, the thing is that we don't want to talk with you. Actually, that's
Why
the
don't
thing.
you go and off then?
You go?
Oh shit!
How can you slap? How can you slap?
Mad or what?
How can she slap? How can she slap me?
How can you slap?
How can she slap me?
How did you enter? I'll you right now.
Oh my god!
How do you explain?
How can she slap me, sir? How can she slap me?
Oh, is he
How can she
crying?
slap me?
I feel like that's what Siraj sounds like too after he comes.
You know, these debates, they just get crazier and crazier.
They really do. But I feel like that's also what happens with Siraj after he comes. He's like, "How can you stop? How can you stop?"
It's you know, it's a sign of the times though that we have two Indian Americans running for president, and they're both on the debate stage, and we can't judge their customs. You know, it's different there. You know? They were raised in a different way. It's okay.
Right. David
Diversity
Toll,
is our
David
strength.
Toll on Rumble chat. He's like, Siraj sounds like that when Jet dunks on him.
That's a low blow.
That is a
That's
low
a
blow,
right-
but we can expect that from Damien, our other Mayo lawyer. But honestly, I don't think he's as prestigious as Jarvis, to be honest. You know what I mean? I don't think he writes any blogs.
So
No,
we've
everybody-
had some fights about this. So we're on the opposite side, right? So Damon is, he does personal injury stuff, and I do the defense side of it. So we're natural born enemies.
Right. So he's the one who's trying to get Shaniqua to win as much money as possible, and you're doing the right thing by saying like, no, she's a liar.
Exactly. And I want to make this clear, just from knowing who Damon is and what sort of law he practices. Every lawsuit he files is fraudulent. All of his clients are scam artists. And as far as Damon, he's a bad person and a bad lawyer.
Right. Well, he is, but he's a good ratio king on Twitter. That's one thing he really does have going for him. Like almost every single time he goes underneath a tweet and he just goes, look at this ratio, and it ratios the fuck out of a tweet. It's fucking nuts how that happens. And he doesn't really have that many Twitter followers for it to happen, because he could ratio fucking Donald Trump sometimes with his fucking type of tweets. It's just, it doesn't make any sense, and it just fucking works. It's so fucking good.
It's true. I kind of feel like this is like an ISIS. You don't gotta hand it to him, but I guess we'll give it to him on this one.
Man, we didn't even get to the to the round 2 of the game. Have you seen this game, Jarvis?
I've not. I'll be a noob.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and start the game, and it's the funny thing about it is that the person actually looks like Siraj as well. Like, it is absolutely amazing. So in round 1, we met Tyrone, the guy who sleeps with Siraj's wife, and his 2 black children as well.
Well, they're Siraj's children, to be clear.
Yes, Siraj's children.
So,
I downloaded the Ukraine
guys,
pack
I'm
too.
so sorry, I'm gonna have to go.
Oh, no problem.
All right,
Go right
ahead,
have a
Jarvis.
good night. Enjoy the cuckoldry. Thanks for
Have a
having
good
me.
one, Jarvis. Thank you for joining us.
All right, thanks, guys.
So, still got I stand with Ukraine, everything, and for the Habibis just tuning in right now, Hold on, let me turn it down a little
For the
bit.
BBs just tuning in right now, what's wrong with you? Why are you here? This is nothing worth watching. I mean, I'm glad you're here. Don't get me wrong. I'm just, I'm Catholic. I'll
well,
pray for you. It's
well, it's especially from the Habibis watching it for watching it from the other day, wanting to make sure I can make the $150 to actually get into the club.
I'd be more impressed if
Dude,
you could just pronounce any of their names correctly. But
the
that's
Habibis' names?
no, just any of the characters in the game or like any of the names you read on like Twitter. But okay, so if I remember where you're at, I think you have to go to bed. I think you just have to go
But
to
I
bed.
tried to, but it's like you can't not sleep right
Oh,
now.
did you?
Due
Oh,
to
you went to
storm.
work, so it's the next day. Okay, so I think I think the door. Yeah, okay. So you have to go and do
Nighttime.
something. Go to the city. Go to your car. There's nothing in here.
All right, let's see what happens. I can't even go into the car.
Oh, what the fuck? I don't know.
Right? Well, what isn't there a way to see like what's the next?
Yeah, it's not that kind of game.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, it's really not going to show me what to do next.
Are you supposed to go on the computer? I don't know. It says you can't go in the door. You can't go in your wife's room, right?
Oh, there we
there's
go.
Deshaun. There we go.
Oh, hey, Deshaun, what's going on? Why are you in my room, son? Wait, my Funky Pops are gone. Deshaun, where are they? You a grown ass man. Why you play with more toys than me, anyways? Huh? They're
I'll
not
do Deshaun.
toys. Deshaun, I need them back right now.
Alright. I'm gonna need you to chill, bruh. It was just a TikTok challenge.
Okay. Phew, where are my Funky Pops then?
I forgot.
You forgot? You don't have any idea where you put them?
Nah. Just look around, man. I don't know. Move out the way. I gotta go downstairs. I'm gonna do the voice just so that like you don't get us all canceled.
Oh, gotcha.
Last time
no, I was. Look,
last time we were bordering on minstrel.
I can't believe it. My Funky Pops are gone. This is the worst day of my life. I can't believe my own son would do this to me. There's only one course of action now. Funky Pops, I will bring you home. I will find you all. This I promise you. I will travel to all corners of the earth if that's what it takes, while not neglecting my other responsibilities in life, of course. Hang in there, guys. Daddy's coming. Okay, so wow.
So now they're collectibles to find, yeah.
Right.
Okay, now try and go to bed.
Let me see.
Don't go in a closet again.
No, I don't want to get
You've
locked
already
in
come
again
out of the
like I
closet.
was.
You don't need to go back in.
All right, let's see what happens. Man, the graphics in this game, standing right in the middle of the bed, amazing. Day 3. Funky Pops anywhere? I'm trying to see if there's like any Funky Pops.
You know, it's funny hearing Jarvis talk about Damon and seeing Damon in the chat talk about Jarvis, and in reality, just all lawyers are bastards. A-Lab.
I know they really are.
Just all of them.
Every one
Just
of
don't
them.
need any of them. They should all be thrown in Gitmo.
No, they really should. I think life would be even better without them. I mean, because what are lawyers good for, really? Unless you really need one to help get you out of jail for chopping up a woman and hiding her in your backyard, apparently, Now we know that you can actually get away with that.
Yeah, so I didn't kill her. I just chopped her up. I'm sorry. I didn't know I wasn't supposed to do that.
Right. For any of the Habibis watching that need legal representation for after chopping up a person and hiding them in the backyard, you can go follow Jarvis at Jarvis_best on Twitter.
Yeah, that's the best place for legal advice.
Oh, look at that! I found and it's just floating.
If you need legal advice, right? Let's say you chop up your wife that you didn't kill or whatever, no judgment here, and you bury her and you pave over the burial spot. The best thing to do is to go on Twitter and tweet about it and just say, "Hey, I need some legal advice. I chopped up my wife, but I didn't kill her." And just hey Reddit, how do I get out of this problem? And then someone like Damon will come and be like, "Hey, listen, you come on.
I'll show you how I can
Blah blah blah
how
blah
I can
blah
help you.
Mayo blah blah blah."
my favorite thing that he was talking about is like if you're about to do something illegal like insurance fraud, make sure to delete all of your social media accounts before you do so, because they will go to your Facebook page, they will go to your Instagram page, they'll go anywhere they can to find out you're lying.
So it's interesting you mentioned that, Jay, because the only thing I could think about as Jarvis was saying that was, these are probably average Americans, right? That he's describing, and these people vote, and your vote counts the same as someone that is dumb enough to post pictures of themselves at Disney World a week after filing a claim saying you can't walk. So
right.
Yeah, democracy.
Right. I mean, even Damon over on Rumble, he's like, I've seen Facebook accounts get subpoenaed. It's no joke. It really isn't. I mean, social media now is like free reign. I mean, they'll go after it. About the. All right, let's talk about that. Son, I am concerned that the Twitch streams you are watching are inappropriate for someone your age. That's you, Bart. No, that's what?
What?
She got some fat tits, man.
She got some fat tits, man. You gay or summon? I think there should be a T in there. I don't think they pronounce it summon. It's something. But,
I mean,
whatever.
Well, they do pronounce ask as axe.
Yeah, but summon that seems. I don't know.
Well, no, not that there's anything wrong with being gay in current year. I just
step out the way, bruh. She finna do a bikini change.
Oh, okay. I'll drop it for now, but please consider what I said.
I just want to share something with the audience that our producer Spencer was in the bathroom, and he was unable to do chyrons for the first 5 minutes of this game stream because he was guessing he was taking a dump.
That's probably what was happening.
Hey, you don't want to hold that in. It's probably bad for you. You got a dump. You just take a dump, even if you're in the middle of a stream with over 300 people. But you know what, Spencer? Please don't let us keep you from taking a dump. Okay?
Do what you need to do.
God forbid you just hold it in for 30 minutes.
Oh man, I like how when I was working, it went to the fedora, and then when I'm not working,
went to your Putin hat.
It went to my Putin hat. I mean, the level of detail of this game is absolutely on point. I need to do a stream of me playing scary games because I'm really bad at it. It terrifies the shit out of me when I'm playing a game, like a terrifying game.
I don't like scary movies. I don't like scary games, man. I don't need that shit. I don't need that bad voodoo.
Hello, I'm Mr. Chong, bartender. What you want? I would like one alcoholic beverage, please. We out of alcohol. Too bad. So it's the same thing over and over again with Mr. Chong, basically. But now I got the funds, baby. I got the funds to go and talk to this Norse god looking fella. Why did they make him look like Thor? Sit down there, Chief. Club is for members only. Are you a member? Of course I am. Oh, okay. So it's just the same dialogue that we had the other time. I will purchase 1 membership. Other men want my wife too. It's a status thing. Yep, that's $150 right there. All right, Chief, you're in. Time to party. What kind of party is this? Is this going to be nuts? Is this going to be...
No, I don't think so.
Oh, no, not really.
No, all NPCs.
All NPCs.
But
I mean,
I'm
it's
guessing there are
smart.
women you can. There's a woman back there you can talk to.
Yes, and this is kind of smart that they do this. I mean, it's to save
Is that-
processing power on your game. So that's actually pretty good. So is Mr. Chong everywhere?
This
Oh,
is
Mr.
Mr.
Chen.
Chen.
Okay, so they're pretty much all out of alcohol.
Can you zoom in on the stripper? She looked familiar. Is that Jennifer Rubin?
Honestly, I was trying to do a selfie. That kind of looks like Jennifer Rubin right there.
Could be.
It really
He doesn't have a
could be.
unibrow though, so maybe the graphics just weren't highly rendered in that sense. But hey, you know.
Oh no! Look at that! Look at how the cheeks go through the pole.
Do you think she licensed her cheeks for this game?
Honestly, it's too bad Jarvis is gone because we don't know the legal actions on it. Oh wait, hold on. Why is it an anime-looking chick?
I'm guessing the developers are probably into anime. Just a wild
I
guess.
am thinking that's what it is,
Oh
or
my
it's like a.
science.
Are you real life anime girl? Ew! You're broken, ugly, and broke. Don't talk to me unless you got drugs and a lot of money. At least $1,000, loser. Maybe I have a chance with this girl. I just need drugs and money. Perhaps someone here knows where I can find drugs. I should ask around.
Getting drugs and money to get girls, that does feel like Jay's telling on himself.
Honestly, being here in LA to get like Asian chicks, yeah, you probably need like a lot of drugs.
Spencer, I think we need to update
when I first started,
we are canceled, Chiron.
No, I'm just saying there's like a Korean. There's a Korean. What's it called? Like culture here in California that is absolutely filled with drugs and money. It's fucking nuts.
I'm no expert on cancel culture, you know. I'm for all intents and purposes a Caucasian white male, straight, and I'm not allowed to have opinions on anything. But I'm pretty sure you can't say that the only way to get Asian girls is to give them drugs. That sounds a bit.
No. I'm not talking
beyond the
about
pale.
like roofing them and stuff. I'm saying like if you have Molly and a couple of tickets to a rave.
See, you know what? If you think about it, right? This is a good lesson for everybody out there. If you have wanted an Asian girlfriend, right? And I know a lot of guys do. I mean, that's a kink for some folks. The trick is Molly and tickets to a rave. There you go.
There it is.
You learned something tonight.
I am so happy to have been informative on this. So I'm trying to find
So I think
a non-NPC for
I think
drugs.
she's the only one in here. I remember this part of the game.
Oh, okay. Well,
I think everyone else is NPC, and you have to go get drugs for her. And you have to go to the if you leave.
Oh. NPC. Hi. I like dogs, Netflix, going to the beach, traveling, and brunches. Right? Right? I know you like that shit.
That sounds like a great thing.
Just dry.
Are you giving? Is that?
That's Fuzzy's mom
Oh,
talking right now. Yeah, because I was talking about the NBC saying
she's
that
not
they love
Korean, right?
dogs, and no, Fuzzy's mom is white.
Oh,
That's why when I was talking about dogs in the beach, she said that she liked that as a typical white woman from California would like.
white
And
bitches
then
love dogs and beach. We all know that. Big
dogs and
glass of
beaches.
wine, dogs, beach, eat, pray, love.
Right.
I
Right.
mean, fuck. We just taught you something else. You want a white girl?
Wait. She doesn't want to come on. She doesn't want to come on screen. What do you need? Huh?
That's an entirely different type of stream.
Yes. That
Rim
is a
shot,
different
Spencer.
stream. You're welcome.
You need a rim
Oh.
That's what you guys. But cheese.
Yes, that's cheese. That's cheese on fat tits. Fuzzy's mom. All right, so where do I go to find these drugs?
You gotta go to the exit, and I think you
I
have to
like how
start a new
you.
day.
I like how you've played this whole game.
I haven't actually, but I played enough of it to try and make this workable where you could progress the game and entertain folks. So
Oh, look at that! I didn't even have to go all the way to the bed. I mean, the time saving that this has happened. So it's day 4, and the door is still locked. What the fuck is Tyrone doing to my wife? It's been 4 fucking days.
I believe
Holy
the
shit.
scientific term is dicking down.
Dicking down. Okay, so now for drugs, of course, I want to go to the city,
I think you have to roll
but
first.
I know I need to make money, right? That's.
Yeah.
I mean, we have to. This is a real simulation. Like
Of
to
the life
get
of a cuckold.
drugs, you need to get money. So the
There's
cuckold is trying to get a date with the anime-looking hooker, basically.
Was that the only one who thought that the girl who just laughed had a really kind of cute and adorable laugh? I don't know. That was a cute laugh. Just saying.
Oh, I
Chinatown.
can't go. I can't go yet.
Oh. Unlock it at the nightclub. Oh.
Oh.
Oh, go back to the nightclub. I think you have to talk to the guy, the bartender, and ask him where you get drugs.
Oh, got it. What do you want? Well, that's not it.
Maybe the bouncer?
No, I talked to the bouncer before I left.
Hmm.
Come on, it can't be that hard, right? In the simulation. Kind of empty. It's slow. Fuck you want me to do? No refunds. Okay. So maybe there's somebody else in here that I didn't talk to. Maybe can I talk to her now? No. Honestly, she has like really good moves. I really, really enjoy the realism in the
What did
simulation.
the girl say?
She told me to fuck off, basically. So she says again. Oh, drugs. Where are the drugs? Oh, all right.
What about Mr. Chen? The other
Oh, the other
bartender?
one. The other bartender. Like 3 bartenders. This is like the 3rd one. Right? Oh, there you go. I'm looking for some drugs. You got any leads? You go Chinatown at night. Look for my cousin. He runs store, sell drugs. The best. Wow, that was straightforward. Thanks. I'll check it out sometime. Yeah, it really says that. Yes. But honestly, I think if I really wanted to, I could pass as Chinese.
Fun fact: Jay actually played Short Round in Indiana Jones.
Oh man, it's so amazing how they made his story to be like some inspiration type fucking garbage over the movie he did.
I thought that was okay. I don't know. I mean, that poor guy. He got. I mean, he got fucked by Hollywood. I mean,
well,
of all
probably. I
like the
mean,
bullshit stories, right? Like, I think that one's probably like least of. Did you go back to
yes. Least
Okay.
no, I didn't want to go to work. What the fuck? I wanted to go to
Well,
China.
go make the money. 'Cause I
Anyways,
think you need more money to get the.
the drugs.
So now you're in the
Oh,
wage cage. They made
wage
a.
cage 9000. Is this my workstation? Where did it? There's a note attached. Let's see what it says. Wage cage 9000 employee instructions. Congratulations, employee, on the acquisition of your new wage cage 9000. Your wage cage 9000 is equipped with the top of the line hardware to ensure your favorable productivity, including not only 2 new monitors, but also a new chair. Employer reminds you that these are not for your comfort or convenience, but solely to increase your productivity. Take care to not act in such a way that would suggest otherwise. After you seat yourself at your desk, please press the newly installed lockdown button to begin clock in procedures. You will not be considered at work until the mechanism is fully engaged. The lock will automatically disengage after your 8-hour work shift is complete. Finally, employer has left the following notes for employee. The following unapproved workstation customizations were noted and removed: family photo, poster, and some sort of cheap plastic figurine. These were found to have caused frequent visual diversions that reduced employee productivity by 3.2%. Soy beverages, all flavors, these were found to cause frequent bowel movements that will factors consider decrease employee productivity by 5.3%. Employee is kindly reminded that there is no bathroom inside the wage cage 9000. Should the device need to be cleaned of bodily fluids, cleaning costs plus administration fee will be deducted from your wage. This concludes the employee briefing on the wage cage 9000. P.S. Do not worry about your lost productivity while reading this. Once again, your time does not start until the door is closed. Wow, this is incredible. I had no idea my personal knickknacks and soy beverages were causing me to be a worse employee. And now with the wage cage 9000, I will be completely focused on my work. No excuses. Today, I will work the hardest I've ever worked. My God. There are actual people like this that work with you. And it's absolutely sick. Absolutely sick. So even with the weight cage 9000 and being 10% more productive, I only made $95. Honestly, I think we should all become socialists. Honestly, this is a good representation of DTLA over in Chinatown. It's not bad.
Chase Akami.
Whoa, this is Chinatown. I've never been here before. It's really big. I hope I don't get lost. I should make sure to remember where this gate is. Otherwise, I might never be able to leave. Do not think that's what's going to happen. Ling Ling. Hi, Loai.
Hey, Loai.
Come here. Sucky, sucky, $5. Welcome to Chinatown. Loai. I have not seen you here before. What's
So I think
Loai?
Loai means foreigner.
You, Loai. Listen, Loai, you new here. You not know how things work. You here for business or pleasure? Yes, very good. To do business in Chinatown, only Chinese yuan accepted. No American dollar. That's honestly probably going to happen soon. Huh? Why is that? We don't want you American funny money. They keep print more and more. Soon be Zimbabwe dollar. Chinese yen yuan very stable, very valuable.
Isn't that not true though? Aren't they like even more fucked than we are?
Oh yeah, they're way more fucked than we are, and the
They're
funny
gonna end
thing
up fucking
is,
us because their like real estate market is
yeah,
fucking
they're the
crashing.
second largest. So the first largest one failed last year, and now the second largest one has fallen. And the first largest one was like something like $300 billion gone.
That's a shame.
Yeah, honestly, if we had people with balls like Blinken and Youngkin instead of them being absolute fucking horseshit, I would say like twist the knife right now and let them fucking bleed and die, especially with what's happening with BRICS. So for people who don't know, BRICS is a international treaty happening right now with places like Argentina, Brazil, and word or it talks
Well,
on
BRICS
like
stands for Brazil, Russia, India, China, and
Iran
A.
and
What's the A?
and what's happening right now is
No,
there's
not-
talks with the UAE and Saudi Arabia joining in it, and this is pretty much a trade agreement with China to ditch the dollar. And there's a bunch of African nations actually going into it right now too. Oh, Bart.
Sorry.
No, you're fine.
Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. Those are the BRICS countries.
Yes, and there's more African nations going into it as well. So this is basically doing trade in the Chinese yuan and ditching
I'm not sure that they're
ditching-
actually going to be able to do that. I think so. They're doing some trades, and it's kind of like a form of saber rattling with respect to. They're doing some. I think maybe it was like Argentina or some other country, or maybe it was Brazil, maybe it was Saudi. I don't remember. They did like some oil trade in the yuan instead of the dollar, which it is certainly concerning. But I'm not sure that the greenback is necessarily in danger of being replaced as the global currency just yet, but we're on our way there.
right.
And with respect to
It's
Africa, we actually talk
it's
about
not
this.
happening right now.
We talk about this
Global
in the latest China video that we did. They're kind of genius what China's doing. Like they fund all of these giant infrastructure projects for all these African countries.
Yeah.
And then with kind of like ridiculous interest rates. And then of course these countries can't pay. So what ends up happening is China just like takes over ownership of all of these like major infrastructure things in Africa. And
Yeah,
I think those
mines
countries actually fucking like really hate it. Like I think they hate us, but I think they hate China just as much. So
Oh
we'll see.
yeah, for sure. I think you're right on that. I just think that seeing more and more, especially the Brazil and Argentina right in our backyard doing some stuff like that is just bullshit. But China is on very shaky ground. I mean, you can't know 100% what's going on because they're not straightforward with a lot of it. But I honestly think now is the time for like everyone to come together and just fuck China, like fuck China raw, and make sure that they fucking collapse as hard as possible. Like my preferred policy when it comes to the CCP is not allowing any Chinese or CCP citizen within allowed to come into the U.S. Not allow any kind of American businesses to do business with China, especially because of how you have to do business with China. And this is one thing that I would say that you a lot of people are praising Elon as being like this free speech guy or whatever, and what he did with Twitter and all of this stuff. But he is absolutely fully compromised by the CCP with opening the one of the gigafactories for Tesla in China.
Well, I think they need the materials for the batteries and shit too.
Right, and that's where you get a lot of it from. But
so it's tough, right? So I hear what you're saying about like let's be more restrictive on X, Y, and Z with respect to China. I think there's some level of that makes sense, but you also don't want to fuck with the market too much. Like free market is a good thing in general. I think the
No, it
market
is.
itself, I think the market itself is already somewhat self-correcting with China.
Right.
Like I think we are, I think, the West is kind of, actively trying to decouple from China. And then, but
Yeah.
when you
Especially what
build,
happened with COVID.
when you fucking like base your entire like production line on cheap Chinese labor and you want to decouple from that, it's not easy. Like, that's the
No,
problem. We
it's
rely
not.
too much on them.
We
And
do. And we've regulated ourselves, like we've handcuffed ourselves in relying a lot on China when it comes to like how we regulate ourselves in terms for climate, how we regulate ourselves in terms of labor, in those aspects. We've harmed
well,
ourselves to
yeah, I
be
mean, we
able to
regulate
compete.
ourselves on climate and the rest of, like, if you think that China gives a shit about any of that stuff, like
Right.
you're fooling yourself, and John Kerry's fooling himself. And
Absolutely.
all, like they have committed to like opening new coal plants, like, and they're I think the only concession that Kerry got out of the Chinese was like, yeah, we'll stop opening new coal plants in like 2070.
Yes.
But
That's
sure,
that's what happened.
like we should stop using all that stuff here because that's going to make a huge difference, right?
No,
We should completely torpedo our own economy so that
yeah.
China can do the same 40 years from now. Like,
While
I
making
wouldn't bet on it.
advances for themselves and keeping them their grids working as much as possible, and while we even try to stop people from opening nuclear power plants and stuff here within the US. It makes no sense, and we're not energy independent anymore. And we used to actually ex we were exporting oil. We were actually exporting oil and gas and getting funds from other nations for our oil and gas until Biden came in and crippled a lot of that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
And
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 when
we're
when
making other nations have to go to China or have to go to Iran to get oil or to get energy. And it
and
makes
when
zero sense.
oil went negative during 2020 and Trump wanted to use that time to replenish our reserves, of course, the Democrats in Congress said no, but they did say yes to handing out just trillions of dollars pumped into the economy so that people could abuse the paycheck protection program to get Brazilian butt lifts. But that's a different story for a different day.
Right. Uh, Fuck.
So do you
Uh,
want to check out Chinatown or do you want to just wrap up?
yeah, we can
Chinatown's
wrap
got some
up
fun
tonight.
stuff. I think there's like a game shop. Find the game shop in Chinatown.
Okay, hold on. Let's
Insult or
hear
English
from
skills. No.
Kirsty. I will like some wine, please. Of course, Loai. That why I hear. Current exchange rate is $1 for 3 yen. How many will you exchange? Let's just do $100. Yes, very good. Here you go, Juan. Thank you very much. Come again. Insult our English? Okay. Your English kind of sucks, you know. What you say, Guilo? How many language you speak? Ching chong, ching chong, ching chong, ching chong, ching ching. Ching chong, ching, ching ching.
So
So sorry, I wouldn't have said that. I not forget this. Your exchange rate now reduced by 10%. I guess I deserve that. I thought I did that Cantonese like very, very well. Okay, this is where I'm going. Oh, wow, this place is so much bigger than it looks from the outside. And all the girls here, have I died and gone to heaven? No, of course not. Heaven's not real. Religion is truly for fools.
so Guaylo is a common Cantonese slang term for Westerners. I think she just called you the N word for white people.
You don't belong here. Leave. Huh? Only members are permitted in here. Leave. Oh, membership. I get it. I will buy membership. How much is it? Membership is by referral only. Leave. How can I get referral? Fine. I'm leaving. But there's an anime cat girl dancing. I want to go see the anime cat girl dance. Why can't I?
I think you're gonna need a referral.
All right. Let's go. Oh fuck! I am kind of lost.
I think the referral is you need to talk to Brian Stelter. He's the head of the Chinatown anime e-girl.
Oh, this place says
Syndicate.
drugs, so this got to be it. Welcome to pharmacy. What you want? Hello. Are you Mr. Chen's cousin? Yeah, that me. I see no Mr. Chang in long time. You friend of him? How he do? Not really. He just referred me to your business. Yes, I run drugstore, the best. He told me as much. But these are probably not the type of drugs she was looking for, unless I misjudged her. Maybe she just has like a headache. She is from Japan. So maybe she said
Spencer, put up the
drugs.
canceled
She medication. An understandable mistake, given that English is her second language. It would be really embarrassing to show up with listed substances if all she wanted was some Tylenol. Huh? What you ramble about? You buy something? I'm just looking around for a bit. Thanks. Feel free browse, but try not what? Carouse. Carouse? What am I looking for? Flu vaccines. Oh yeah, they're trying to get the mask and stuff all the way back. So what is this? Laxatives, pregnancy tests, vitamin C. All right, we'll see if any of these work, but it only gave me one of them. Didn't I buy the rest of these? All right, this game is doing amazingly well. All right, let's see if that's what she wanted. Hardware store. Starcucks. Welcome to Starcucks. We sell crafted beverages. A good place to take girl on date too. You want coffee, tea? Caffeine upsets my stomach. Do you have any non? No, I'll drink. Oh, is this the arcade you were talking about?
Yeah, I think you can actually like play like games within the game. Yeah.
Aussie border. Oh, it's out of order. Oh, I have to. Trans revolution. I've heard that taking estrogen makes you really good at this game, or maybe it's just correlation. Correlation is not causation after all. Anyway, I'm not coordinated or estrogenated enough for this. I should just find something else to play. Wheel of genders. Choosing is hard. Let the wheel decide.
I think they added this recently. 'Cause I don't remember this. This is funny.
Oh no! Look at this.
Play slots.
LGBTQ. What is it? LGBTQ TTQ UIAAA PPPP 2SN BG VG QG NC plus slots. Oh, I need to get tokens. Oh, hello. Welcome to the arcade, our premier gaming destination. Is this your first time here? Hello, yes, it is. As a new player, you're eligible to claim 40 free tokens. Would you like to claim them now? Free? Yes, please. Oh, perfect. Thank you. Okay, I want to play this one first. What did I get?
Trans, 2 transes, and I don't know what the middle one is.
I don't even know what that is. It's insane because, like, if I could get something else. Nope. Nope. It's crazy because all of these matches, all of these flags are actually real.
Yeah, no, that's the world you live in. Yeah. There's a great tweet
Like they
by
have to.
there's a great tweet by I think Lindy Man, who I think is Paul Scalise on Twitter, and it was just a comment, and it was it's kind of poignant that like it was just a picture of like the new trans LGBTQ flag, and it was just like they ruined, like they had like an iconic rainbow flag, right? And it was like iconic. It was like you saw that rainbow flag, you knew exactly what it was, and it was pleasant enough to look at. And then they added this weird fucking like brown and white and blue, and it's just fucking hideous. Like it is the ugliest flag.
No, they're all fucking. They're all disgusting, and they all don't make any fucking sense whatsoever.
Spencer, cancel Chiron, please.
Honestly, it really none of them make any fucking sense, and none of them are fucking real whatsoever. Like this whole gender thing is so dumb. There is nobody there. Like if they are like really, if they're really honest with themselves, there are 0 people out there that honestly believe that a trans woman is actually a real woman. Nobody believes that. Nobody believes that a man going through a billion surgeries to cosmetically make himself look like a woman is an actual woman. You can't believe that and then go and say the science is settled on climate change. It just doesn't make sense. Okay, I don't think I'm going to win anything here.
Spencer, I think we have a clip to help with educating the audience on Chinese naming conventions. This might help kind of give color to Chinatown.
Yeah, Chinatown's pretty colorful.
That's your cue, Spencer. Without me.
This man looks distressed. Hey man, are you doing okay? She's on vacation. She's not answering her phone, and
That's
she's
not the right
posting
one,
all these
Spencer.
photos of
Wrong one,
herself
Spencer.
with these hot Brazilian men on social media. That's terrible. It's awful that she showed them to the world before showing them to you. They should be yours to enjoy first. What? You get enjoyment out of that sort of thing? You bet. Right now, another man is 9 inches deep. And my wife, and my only regret is that I'm not there to watch. Life is great. I'm not sure I get it, man, but you seem real confident with what you're saying. I like that kind of confidence, and you seem happy. I wish I was happy. Maybe this was like a destined meeting, and you're here to help me through the rot I'm in. I'm not sure about that. Oh no, listen, man, not to brag, but I'm actually quite popular online. I have a lot of followers. Teach me your ways, and I can use my platform to spread the truth. We can meet up here at night whenever you want, and I can even pay you. My therapist sucks and already charging $6 per session. I'll shift that to you. How about that? I guess I wouldn't mind some extra money. Great. Whenever you're ready, I'll be at the bar nearby. They serve up the best soy beverages. My treat. Really appreciate this, man. I think this is going to be the start of something great.
So is it possible
Honestly,
that this is actually Siraj?
right? That's
He has
what
a
I'm
large
thinking.
following online, lots of followers,
Right.
closeted homosexual.
But honestly, I'm gonna go ahead and make some dinner later on right now. But thank you so much, Bart, for joining me again on
Before
this.
we go, I think to give some color to how some Chinese naming convention, a Chinese naming convention lesson, I think we should let the professor share
The
his.
Chinese always put the family name first. and so one finds a proliferation of several common Chinese names, including but not limited to Li Han, Han Li, Li Han Han Li, Yu Wang, Yu Hu, Hu Ha, Long Dong, Huge Wang, and Tiny Peony.
So, if that's something that interests you, please visit Flapper's channel on Rumble. Watch the Chinese Revolution, Good Thing, Bad Thing, Part 1, which covers basically ancient Chinese history through early part of the 20th century. So, yeah. I appreciate this, Jay. It was fun. I like doing this with you guys. Hopefully,
Absolutely.
Siraj never comes back. I think we
Right.
can all agree. I think we can all agree the stream's better without him. Nice guy. Listen, nice guy. But just doesn't really have the riz. You need the riz. And
Well, hey, if
I
you're
think
gonna
Jarvis,
be cut, I don't think Riz is gonna is what you have.
Jarvis getting a blowjob under the desk the entire night. I mean, it just all was
It all came together.
listen, this was fantastic. This was great for the world. I think Bill Walton said it. Light a candle for where you're going. Don't give into the darkness. Light a candle for where we're going. Be happy.
Yes. And Habibis, please go ahead and like and hit that follow button and join button on Habibi for the Habibi Bros on Locals. You can actually join our Discord server and be part of the stream and game nights as well, just like Bartleby was here. And please follow his channel on Rumble. We're going to put that in the description below for everybody to go and check out for his Chinese Revolution, and also the Russian Revolution as well is out now. Thank you so much, Bart, for joining us again.
Love you guys. Thank you.